Say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, Smackdown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today! Woo!
George, I think George just tried his resume for Tony Khan. I don't know for George. Huh?
We're savage! But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, Smackdown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two W's.
Here we go. If you watched it busted open today, there was a lot of confusion today in the audio. Someone should be getting fired later today. But no, hopefully not. Just, I don't know if you guys heard. You could hear Dave talking during breaks today on Busted Open. But this isn't Busted Open. This is Wrestling with Savage. But we do represent the Savage chapter for Busted Open. And we're going to be holding a very special contest at Full Gear, which we're going to get into later in the night. After we come back from break, I'm going to let you guys all know how you can win some cool shit the day of Full Gear live at the arena. And it's a little venture that I'm going to try to propose on Busted Open the next time I call in, and we'll see if Dave likes it, maybe wants to hop on board. And it's all part of Wrestling with Savage and Busted Open. Now, Anthony, what's up, buddy? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. This is the first time you're on the show right now. How's it going tonight, man? How you doing?
It's going good. It's going good. Just watch Dynamite.
To give you guys some background on Anthony, we met him at I believe it was a Dynamite at the UBS.
Was that UBS? Yep.
Yeah, we met him. He's a cool guy, loves wrestling, loves talking wrestling. So I've been wanting to have him on the show because I believe he's also a cameraman and he takes pictures of wrestling matches. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what you do and what you bring to the table, man, here in Busted Open Wrestling with Savage chapter.
Well, I'm a photographer. I'm trying to get into doing photography for wrestling. I was a videographer. Things didn't work out with the two wrestling companies I was working with.
Who have you worked with?
I did a shoot for Full Face.
Okay.
And then I did a shoot for SWA.
All right, very cool, man. And let me ask you real quick. I want to get right into it. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? Just remind everybody again. And who's your favorite wrestler of all time? And who's your favorite wrestler in the world right now? Who's your favorite sports entertainer in the world right now? Just give me those three right now. Your favorite wrestler all time, favorite wrestler right now, favorite sports entertainer right now. Give it to me.
Wrestler? Yeah. Oh, man, that's tough. Because
you want to come back to that later? We can come back to that later if you want to think on it for a little bit.
Give us some time. I mean, I got two. I got the I gotta say Taker.
Okay, favorite all time's Undertaker. All right, solid
Taker.
answer.
Bret Hart. That's it. That's
your number one.
Bret Hart.
Oh man, you're about to fucking hate me in 36 seconds because we got to go into the segment. We got to get the show going, and we're gonna know more about you. We're gonna find out more about you. What's up, Jay? What's up, Gilch? Welcome back to Wrestling with Savage. This is episode 123. We are live right now. We're gonna get into AEW, but first we're gonna get into some wrestling news. Today, 25th anniversary of the Montreal Screwjob, and guess what? Brett screwed Brett. That's just the way it is. I don't care if anybody agrees with me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to get into my whole big rant, and I don't want to hear what anybody even has to say about the situation. We're going to keep the show rolling. You can hear more about what I said about Bret Hart on my YouTube and on my TikTok. I made a very nice 3-minute video. It's actually in our Discord. So if you really want to hear what I have to say and what I think about Mr. Hart, which I love him, I'll say that. Great wrestler, legend, absolutely. But if you really want to know how I really feel, go to that Discord right now. Join that Discord. And look in the WWE section. You can find out all about that later tonight. But
I have to interrupt you, Savage.
Go for it.
You started this show and you left out the most important thing that happened in the world of wrestling today.
Earl Hebner?
The 24/7 title is no more.
Hey, man, you didn't even let me get the rest of the breaking news out here, baby. Yeah, we're getting to that. I mean, damn, you're that happy about it. Holy fucking shit. Gilch is excited about that.
No more meme bell.
We're going to get into that because we do have a screenshot on that exactly. Me and Gilch are on the same page right now. But John Cena reportedly set to compete at WrestleMania 39 next year. Finding this out today. I believe it. It's going to happen. He has to hype up Peacemaker Season 2. And you know what? He's due for a match. And you know who he's going to face? I'm calling it right now, 99% likelihood. Theory is going to fight John Cena, have a program with him at WrestleMania. That's the only reason. That's the only plausible explanation for why you take the briefcase away from Theory, because you're obviously going to reward him with something. Because at the end of the day, this kid's been putting on money fucking matches for you, and he's pound for pound. He's your new guy. He's the new Randy Orton. Just shut the fuck up. If you don't agree with me, we can fight in a fucking cage right now. I don't care.
I don't agree.
Well, then we're fighting in a goddamn cage. Right, it's going to be a steel cage match. There will be no escape for you. No mercy.
99% sure Gunther versus John Cena.
Okay, that's
that would be interesting too.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but you know what? John Cena's a little. I don't think he's ready for that whooping right now. That Gunther will give him.
Oh no. Gunther's on a tear.
You can't whoop him.
Wait, maybe we're gonna just get Peacemaker versus Black Adam at WrestleMania. I mean, once in a lifetime, right? But now, like Gilch mentioned, 24/7 title is no more. It's been removed from existence. It's gone. It's gone from the website. It's over.
Thank God.
So something was buried on Raw, and we'll see what else was buried. This is just a quick screenshot of the last time we had a real solid golden era where every minute of Monday Night Raw was fucking entertaining. Bottom line, this Monday night was not entertaining minute to minute to minute. The show started out 16 minutes, way too long. You never saw shit like that when these guys were on your fucking television screen, and that's all I want to point out. We're going to keep moving to Matt Cardona. Possibly, not even possibly, I hear it's almost guaranteed. His wife's coming to WWE, he's coming to WWE. It's going to be as Matt Cardona, and you're looking at a contender. You're looking at a contender if he comes back.
Hero.
Woo,
hero. Cody
man,
2.0.
It's a Disney movie. This
Cody
guy coming
2.0.
back and winning a match at WrestleMania, it's a fucking Disney movie, man. The real life dream. I mean, his whole life growing up, the ultimate fucking Mark fan, psychopath, buying figures, obsessed with wrestling. It's meant to happen. It's fucking called destiny. Because I felt that magic when he won that ladder match at WrestleMania. That was a special fucking moment. You did not think he was going to win it, and then he won it, and everyone in that fucking arena was, or not even arena, that stadium, everyone in that stadium was fucking excited to see Zack Ryder, woo, get his big fucking break. It was a big deal, at least to me. Yes, rest in peace, 24/7 championship. It is over for your ass. Rare picture of Andre the Giant, fucking absolute legend. His daughter shared this on her official Andre the Giant page. I never seen this picture before, and I've seen almost every single picture of this man ever. So it was nice to see another new picture of maybe the biggest star in the history of the business when it's all said and done, because he left this fucking mark. He really did. And also, MJF is going to be playing Lance Von Erich in the film The Iron Claw. MJF has been cast in the role for the Von Erich family. And it's currently shooting right now. So, obviously, MJF couldn't be in the building tonight. And he has a good excuse on AEW saying that, you're going to hear from him, but you're not going to see him. You know what I mean? We're gonna definitely hear from him later in the night, which we're going to get into. And that's going to come right after all these little previews you're seeing right now. You have the Gun Club coming out with the Swerve in Our Glory. They're going to be taking on the Acclaimed, and they're going to be taking on FTR. I'm going to go straight to Anthony first on you. I want to know, because you've been telling me for weeks you love the Acclaimed. So,
yeah,
tell me what you thought about this match, and tell me what you think is going to happen in the future between the Acclaimed, the Gun Club, FTR.
Well, I thought the match was awesome. The match was really good. Classic tag team match. I would just like to know on, all your, everybody's opinion here on how they're gonna do the turn with FTR and the Acclaim, but also at the same time, who's going to be the babyface and who's going to be the heel.
Okay, Jay, why don't you answer that? What do you think? How are you thinking on that one? How are they going to make this whole thing work with FTR Gun Club?
Well, first of all, that's a great question. I've been saying it forever, and I'm going to say it again. I don't think it's necessary for them to feud. I mean, especially when FTR has gotten over with all of us, with everyone, and this is probably the biggest they ever got. I don't think it's necessary for these two to fight. I really don't see FTR fighting for the belts, guys. I mean, let's face it, it's been almost a year now. It's kind of blurry to me.
Gilch, how are you feeling about all this?
Yeah, it's since we talked about that, we don't like it. We don't like, neither one of these guys should be going over the other, So I don't know.
Right.
I mean, in this story scenario, all I see is the end of Keith Lee and Swerve in our glory. I see FTR staying a strong, powerful fucking tag team no matter what happens for a long time until they decide to retire and lay their boots in the middle of the ring. They will take an L to the Acclaimed, in my opinion, but it will not happen for at least 7 to 12 months. And before they take that L, they will take those titles off of the Acclaimed. That's the way I'm booking it, because the FTR is the best tag team in the world right now. It's not even close. It's not even arguable. Acclaimed just doesn't have the experience to take down FTR yet. All right, but soon they might. They will. I'm not Tony. I don't have the pencil, but that's how I would book it. And then Keith and Swerve go off in their ways. The match started off fast and heavy. FTR and the Acclaim working well together, actually, kicking a lot of ass as we go into break. Anthony Bowens was super fucking impressive tonight, showing his intensity, showing that his intensity could change the whole match. Like the whole environment was into this match. I mean, you have 4 teams out there, including the best tag team in the world, and they're just going off on scissor me, daddy, scissor me, all this scissor me. They were insane for anything that Bowens did tonight. I felt like Bowens had the crowd more than Max Caster did, especially in that one series of moves where he just went absolutely bonkers and just, trashed and thrashed everybody, and he made every punch and every hit just look fantastic. I gotta give the guy fucking credit. He's looking sharper in the ring than Max Caster. Am I wrong, Gilch? What do you think about that one? Is that a little stretch of a statement or no?
No, it's not. It's not a stretch. He's better. I think he's better in the ring.
Why isn't Max Caster having more intensity with his punches, his kicks, his jumps, his this, his that? He just looks like he's way too fucking comfortable. I mean, he still does impressive shit. The mic drop still looks fantastic. I feel like the mic drop and like that move he does where like we've seen him do it. He lifted Keith Lee, right, over his fucking shoulders, didn't he? So we know he's strong. We know he's got the strength. But why isn't he like being that intense with all his fucking movement?
I think they don't know how. Not really I don't know. I don't think they had to know to book him in the ring. Like he needs like a revamp in the ring. They don't know, is this guy, we're gonna make him do high flying moves, some flippy stuff here or there, or is he gonna be body slamming 400-pound guys?
I don't even think that's it, because me and you, we've seen him wrestle live a few times now, and I love this fucking guy, even if he's not wrestling to the ability I think he's capable of. Number one, I think he's not taking full advantage of the opportunity he has right now, being the tag team champion in the world, because A, look at Bowens, B, look at him. A, look at Bowens, B, look at him. You can see the intensity, you can see the difference, and you can see the shape. This is a young man in a wrestling world game. Who looks in better shape, Bowens or Caster? Anybody? No answers?
Oh, you want me to take it? I say Bowens.
No doubt, right, Jay? Like 100%.
I agree with that.
100%. So, like, I feel like Max Caster's not putting in the work that Bowens is putting in the gym. Right? Am I wrong? Is that another fair statement?
Yeah, well, what I was going to say, too, was Bowens' intensity in his matches now. Look at who they have coaching them.
Yeah.
Look at who they have on their end. They have Billy Gunn, one of the best tag team guys.
Does anybody know if Max Caster was actually a fucking wrestling fan when he was 10 years old?
I doubt it.
That's what I want to know. Because Bowens looks like he was, and Gilch, I hope you see where I'm going with all this. Like, you could see Bowens was probably a wrestling fan when he was like 5 years old. Okay? He's been like, he's like me. As far as like his intensity, he's fucking crazy. He screams, he's loud, he hits hard, he throws hard, he jumps hard. Everything he does is a little over the top. He doesn't talk a lot on the mic, but the time he talks, it's intense from the moment he starts to the moment he finishes. He has that kind of personality. So I think this guy can be a world fucking champion, actually, to be honest with you.
Oh, God, yeah.
Craziness. He's impressed me a lot ever since he came back from his injury. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like he came back from his injury, took his time, healed up, and he's taking full advantage of every second he gets on fucking TV. And it's fucking working. People are going to start taking notice of this shit.
First homegrown AEW tag team champions.
He might be the best tag team wrestler in the world right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting to, like, tonight what I saw, super fucking intense from him. I mean, the guy's out there looking like fucking Animal or Hawk from Legion of Doom, okay? And Max Caster needs to wake up and realize this shit. We're in the new world. He has an opportunity right now to become the hottest tag team in the world and maybe keep it for 5 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, these opportunities don't come often where you can reach, like, Legion of Doom status, popularity-wise. That shit is not just fucking
those
handed
guys
to
are
you.
over.
So
they're over.
I don't want to see them fucking just get split up for nothing. Like, I want Max Caster to put in the work. Let these guys have a 3-year run, 4-year run. Then you can break them up. And Bowens goes off and maybe takes over AEW. And then maybe Max Caster tries to as well. New storylines. But not right now. As long as the merch is selling, they're not going to break them up. But we'll see.
No.
Anybody gives the match gets a thumbs up from everybody, I'm assuming, right? It was a good time. It was absolutely good match with a good finish.
I don't give it a thumbs up.
You don't give it a thumbs up? But you didn't like the big brawl that ensued, then it cleared out the ring for the Acclaim, swerving our glory to go to work. Keith Lee with a crazy strength on that powerbomb spot to Bowens on Max Caster's back. Let me finish. And lifting him into the fireman's carry drop.
All that good stuff. It doesn't matter.
It's 3 lines.
You could decorate it, whatever you want to do.
No, man, this is just my notes, man. Why are you going so in right now? Calm down. Can I just read my notes? I wrote this, and I wrote this at 8 o'clock. Like, what are we talking about right now? Let me read what I wrote at 8 o'clock.
I'm talking about shitting on the match.
Swerve with the nice diving twist, suplex from the top rope onto a sea of bodies. Dax and Austin go at it in the ring for a minute until Dax hits the sharpshooter, broken up. We get the mic drop. We get the big rig and the cover by Bowens and the claimed FTR. They get the win. Go ahead, Jay. Shit on the match.
All right. This match was basically the shitters of all shitters. Maybe not. There's one later on tonight. But this one didn't do it for me. I'm going to tell you why. When you see a bunch of guys on the outside waiting longer than 10 seconds for a spot, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. That happened once. It happened twice tonight in the match. Not good for me. And I'm going to tell you one thing about Swerve and Our Glory.
Did you like when Billy Gunn came out, though, in the beginning?
Hold on.
Just answer that. No.
I did.
You answer my fucking questions when I ask you. God damn it. And then you go on.
I said I did, but listen to this shit. Please. I'm going to tell you right now. Swerve and Our Glory are the worst tag team. Why?
Not the worst tag team. I like that statement. I agree with
that. Because they don't take bumps for anybody. They don't sell for anybody. And I felt that they didn't sell for the Acclaim or FTR tonight.
You want to know why? Tony Khan's protecting them. Or there's something going on.
Okay, but if I give you a bunch of kicks and strikes and you don't fall on your knee or you don't just wobble or whatever, you're not selling for me. So I'm doing you the favor, but you're not doing me the favor. And this is not the first time I've seen Swerve and Our Glory done this. So the fact that they did it again to the Acclaim, it's just not cool with me, man. It doesn't rock. I'm sorry. I think FTR could have been out of this match. I don't think they needed this match, but you know, everybody's been saying, FTR, you need to be on TV. And I agree, but not like this. It wasn't doing it for me.
This wasn't doing it for you at all? I like this shot we have right here.
You have 2 great tag teams, and you gotta just put them in great opportunities. You can't just put them back to the same old Acclaim and Swerve. How many times have we seen this back and forth? I truly feel that there's no other tag team to rise to the occasion versus the Acclaim. Now, what do you guys think? I can't even name another tag team that could take
the Gun Club is
I-
obviously the
FTR.
next choice, right? Gun Club's right there. Swerve and them are going to break up. Gun Club and them are going to have a program because listen, Acclaim needs somebody to beat up right now, right? Most tag teams get 1, 2, 3 matches in a row programs. So I think we're going to see Acclaimed and Gun Club go best out of 3 right now, something like that. You know, probably like an Uso New Day kind of nonstop saga with comedic relief and bullshit. Go ahead, Anthony. You got something?
Young Bucks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, they're coming back too.
Here's
But I talked to you earlier about that, Anthony. I just want to say one thing. If the Young Bucks come back, I want them to lose to the Acclaim, not beat the Acclaim.
No, of course. But you know what? But put those two guys in the non-title match. Those two tag teams,
they're gonna rip it up.
Show off.
Oh yeah. Are you crazy? That match will be fucking fire. Without a doubt.
The Acclaimed need the Young Bucks right now because the Young Bucks can make those guys look like stars in the ring.
Well, they're going to also make them better in the long term. When you're wrestling with guys that have that kind of experience, they're going to become better. That's how you become a better wrestler. You wrestle better wrestlers than you, and you wrestle and you keep wrestling. You don't stop. You wrestle every day, and you wrestle people that are better than you, so you can learn and just adapt to the business. Because there's so many different techniques and styles, and and you're right, Jay. You made it very strong statement. Swerve and Keith Lee, they look lazy in these matches sometimes. At some points, I mean, Swerve goes for the crazy spots, but they don't look like they're hitting, as hard as they could. They're not running as fast as they could. I don't know. I just feel like they're not into it.
Pushed not once, not twice. He got on one knee and then decided to roll out the ring. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, now you're not selling for me.
The finish didn't make sense a little bit because, like,
you're not even doing nothing.
Where was everybody else? Like, that whole shit went down in the middle of the ring, and the other 4 guys are just ghosts.
I don't know.
They should have did a finish where there was like multiple fucking finishes going off. Fuck the match anyway. We're done with it. FTR wins, Acclaim wins, Scissor Me Daddy. Everybody's happy. Like I said, Bowens was the biggest shine of this match. If you go back and look at the match, Bowens was the best one in the ring. Clear as fucking day. FTR always looks good. There's a nice screenshot of the mic drop. Actually, I got to send that to Max Caster. That's a beautiful screenshot. It got him midair. Nice form. I mean, he does that move fantastic. I won't lie. We get the big rig, which is the best tag team finishing move since the fucking Legion of Doom's finisher. If you want to be honest, that shit looks like it wrecks somebody. The one they caught on Keith Lee. Remember that one, Gilch? That shit looked like a wrecking ball just coming in. FTR is so good. All right. Now we're going to get an MGF promo. Gilch, I'm going to go to you first. How'd this promo hit you?
It's good.
That's it? It's just good.
That's it.
Good. It's good.
Good.
That's good.
It's good. Real quick.
I know he's all about talking, but
speaking of talking.
I've heard enough now.
Let's
I've heard enough now. I'm ready to put him in a ring.
First brutal attack. So, with your big match heading into full gear for the World Heavyweight title, how you feeling? How am I feeling? After the firm attacked me in a very cowardice fashion, doctors informed me that if I wanted to be 110% come full gear, I definitely shouldn't be traveling on the road. And to be frank, the only thing I'm worried about is that match at full gear against Jon Moxley. See, this is the most important match in my entire career. But what I don't think wrestling fans understand is this is also possibly the most important match in the history of our sport. Allow me to explain why. This could be the potential crowning of the next face of the next generation of professional wrestling. You see, every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, really, we see people that lead the charge of a generation bring professional wrestling to new heights. Guys like Bruno Sammartino, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, guys like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena. All of these men were generational talents.
Generational talents. All of these men were generational talents. Now, he just name dropped a ton of fucking names. MJF basically trying to put himself right next to greatness, which is a bold move. Because if he backs it up, people are going to remember this. They're going to remember those names, and they're going to just associate him with those names because he said those names. It's fucking genius. It's a genius marketing ploy. And the fact that he's making a movie while he's cutting this promo just really shows you how fucking goddamn good MJF is, man. But,
the devil himself.
Max basically said, He was born for this. And he was born to wave the flag, to do the interviews, to make everyone talk about wrestling again. The throne is for the taking, and he's going to take it, and he's sick of waiting for his turn. He's had his spotlight stolen from him again and again and again by Cody's neck tattoo, by Matt Hardy falling like Humpty Dumpty, by Chris Jericho for a full calendar year, and then on his big return, his spotlight went to a fucking press conference. He's not waiting for the spotlight anymore. He's taking it, and William Regal bet on the wrong horse, because come Full Gear, the devil gets his due. And we might have a problem, folks, because I called this for a while. I think Regal is the devil.
Agreed.
I think Regal's going to screw Moxley. This whole Blackpool Combat Club is over. And we're going to see a new legendary stable formed. Something like the Four Horsemen. I don't know what they're going to call it. Maybe it's going to have a new name. Maybe they stick with the Pinnacle. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Because if it's William Regal and MJF, it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So obviously we all agree MJF's taking the title off Moxley at Full Gear. We can talk more about that later because we're going to hear from Mr. Moxley, our world champion. But MJF cut a hell of a promo tonight in his thing. And I believe with all my heart that was one take. This guy doesn't need two takes. He's a stud on the mic and in the ring. And the only thing I'll say about MJF is if he does become the world champion, I would love to see him defend his title minimum 12 times a year. Minimum. I don't want to see any of this not wrestle for anything for like 4 months type of shit from MJF if he's going to have that strap. Do you guys agree with that statement?
I do, but I don't see it.
So what do you see? He's going to wrestle 4 fucking times a year at pay-per-views? Like old school? That's crazy. He's changing the business then.
Roman does it?
No, Roman defends way more.
No.
He skips one.
I've seen Roman defend on SmackDown. Yeah, he skipped 1 or 2, but he still wrestles at least 10 times a year for the title.
But the last time Roman defended was when? On a SmackDown.
Crown Jewel right now.
Like,
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel against Logan Paul.
no, I mean, I was talking SmackDown.
Oh, on SmackDown? Yeah, against a Riddle.
Yeah.
That was like a few months ago, too. He put the title on the line.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, look at a lot of other companies' champions. They're defending that shit on a regular. But, MJF doesn't get a pass for me on that. I would say at least minimum 9 to 12 has got to be the number for me per year of matches that he has to have and defend that title if he wants to be considered a legendary champion. He can't, defend it 4 or 5 times a year and call himself a fucking legend. That's, real stupid.
Well, if you could do... Because you got to think about how MJF is as a character. His character alone, he's a dick.
Yeah, no, he's the biggest piece of shit in the business. That's his gimmick.
And he's going to keep it at that. I honestly think he's going to be very selective with it just because he wants to be and just because he can. My personal opinion.
I can agree with that 100%. But even if you're an asshole, they can make him, contract obligated that he's got to defend once a month, once every 2 months.
That would be
something like that. I could see Tony saying something. You got to defend that title at least once every 60 days, no matter what.
Yeah.
Or you're fucking fired. We're gonna take the title from you. You're not gonna hijack our title. You're not gonna hijack our show.
That's
and this is where I see. And I'm calling this right now, Gilch. I think you're gonna like this call. I can see Tony Khan becoming an in-ring character next year, and he's going to go toe-to-toe with MJF. And we're going to have the new McMahon versus Stone Cold dynamic because it's going to be MJF constantly battling against Tony Khan, and maybe Tony Khan. I could see Tony Khan and Stokely getting together.
Just because we all know he's such an Attitude Era mark.
I think
what Savage is saying actually makes so much fucking sense. What he would do it.
I think what I just said blew Anthony's mind right now. I think his shit's ready to explode because I think it sank in on how real. We've seen Tony Khan in the ring before. I can show you a video of him doing a goddamn Stone Cold Stunner on one of his shows. Okay, gets in the ring, he stuns somebody. He has a fucking jacket on. He looks like the American Psycho. A Patrick Bateman. Remember his outfit with that nice jacket, suit? He's in there doing a fucking stunner.
I just want to. I mean, especially after that promo that MJF did when he called him a fucking mark.
There's history there.
That happened.
There's history there, and he's a fucking mark. It's only a matter of time before he's gonna want to be one of these guys and be a star and take a bump. That's what happened to Vince. Vince was doing it so long, and he originally, I don't know if you guys know this, Vince McMahon originally wanted to be a professional wrestler, and his father would not fucking allow it. He said, no.
That's interesting.
You're going to be anything. He wanted to work for his father. He wanted to be one of these guys. He wanted to be a wrestler. He wanted to get in the ring and body slam people and punch people. He loved it. He fucking loved it. His father wouldn't let him, so he went the other way, the business side of things. And it worked out pretty fucking well, I think.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. We get a Stokely promo. He talks about how he used to think that MJF and him had the same goals. I mean, it's all here. Everything I just said, it's right here. He used to think MJF and him had the same goals. Monies, cars, and such, but instead he's dick riding Jon Moxley. And the worst crime you can commit is dick riding without a license. So win or lose, or draw at Full Gear, he will see Max in hell. So now we have so many dynamics here. I can see Stokely just making a deal with Tony Khan. He's like, yo, we got to stop MJF. He's going to take over your company. He's going to ruin everything. He's a piece of shit. They're going to go all fucking out with this, and it's going to be fucking beautiful. And if I'm calling it right here now before anybody, well, guess what? I've been doing it for a long fucking time.
If Tony screws MJF out of the title, he will have McMahon era heat immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh my God,
that won't happen for like a
brilliant.
year. You know, that won't happen probably for like a year, Gil. So that's probably how he will lose the title. And then we're going to have this whole like anti-hero, just like Stone Cold. You're not supposed to cheer for this guy, but everybody fucking does. Everybody. They fucking love this guy. They booked him since day one so they could boo him like a piece of shit. Everything he does, you know, they want to boo. Even Sammy tonight. Sammy, he's getting booed nasty. You fucking suck, Chance, I heard. You still suck, Chance. Fuck Sammy. I mean, they were going in tonight on Sammy. This crowd was lit tonight. There's a big difference between AEW crowds, Dynamite crowds, and Raw crowds.
Yeah, well, Raw, apparently Pennsylvania had no idea what the hell they were seeing.
Listen, when I saw Raw, I thought I was watching The Walking fucking Dead, okay? That crowd was more dead than the cast of zombies on season 6 of The Walking Dead. Done. Fucking dead. You know who was impressive tonight?
Who?
Ethan fucking Page, man. God damn that fucking...
Ethan,
what is the Eagle's Edge? Right off the top rope, Gilch? What'd you think about that? Did that get you out of your fucking chair? Watching what's his name? Eddie Kingston take that bump?
That was the bump of the night.
It had to be. You're absolutely right. Without a doubt, that was the bump of the night. That match was surprisingly good. And, you know, shout out to Eddie Kingston for even taking that fucking bump. God, boy. How about you, Jay? Did that impress you or you didn't give a shit?
No, this match sucked. Eddie Kingston basically lost all momentum. All he does is a bunch of shitty chops and a bunch of shitty kicks. It looked horrible. Ethan Page's best move of the night was Eagle's Edge. He didn't really do much in the ring, guys. Let's face it. He didn't really do much. And he didn't need to.
Well, he just wanted to get the win. I mean, let's be honest, all right?
That's where it needed to go. He should have had the W.
Let's be honest. Kingston almost had the near fall off a suplex. Trading punches that they come to their feet. Now they're throwing forearms. Eddie laying chops in. He snaps a DDT off. Nope. We get an exploder suplex. And then the stretch plum is on. And Ethan is tapping out, but the referee is distracted by Stokely. And then this sets up, so it sets Eddie Kingston up to go down like he got cheated. He got screwed. So, but he took a hell of a bump. You can't, it doesn't matter what happened as long as the finish is nasty. Because it's not what people see in the beginning. It's how they remember the end. If the finish is good, if the finish is good, most people don't give a shit how we got there. And that finish was fucking good. That is a fucking a move that you can only do in No Mercy. It's a move that you can do in a video game. We don't see that shit on TV. When was the last time you saw Razor's Edge off the top fucking rope? All right, when? In 1999?
All I'm saying is that this is what happens when you have rising stars. They come all the way up here, and then you put them in shitty programs, then they come here. and then you just start to go lower and lower, and that's where it's Kingston. Because I used to like Kingston. I had him up here. Now he's just, and tonight proved it.
This screenshot's impressive though. That Eagles Edge was fucking impressive. Ethan Page, definitely a fucking star. Picks up the big win over Eddie Kingston, and he's advancing in that tournament that is going to determine the new champion. We get an interview with Roosh and Dark Order. Renee is over there doing her job. By the way, she's been doing it for like 3 weeks right now, and according to Tony Khan, the show is dramatically different because of her presence. Roosh, his manager says, Roosh will win the whole tournament, be a world champion, and because Roosh likes you, you will receive the first world title shot at this guy. These clowns that you're all hanging out with, though, they're never going to get a title shot. Johnny Hungy's very upset by this. He feels disrespected. Obviously, what's this guy's deal, man? Is he going to join? What do you think, Jay?
I think he should.
They're pushing this story pretty hard. It's been a while now. He's trying to fucking recruit him.
Everybody at AEW needs a whole new change, so I would love to see it. Why not? Let's get rid of this dork order once and for all. To answer
a question that somebody said earlier, for tag teams that could, fight the Acclaimed, I don't know, Butcher and Blade. Bring back Bear Country, Iron Claw, whatever the fuck they're called now. Those guys are good workers right now.
Are they?
Yeah, hell yeah. I've seen them wrestle live twice. They're fantastic. They're phenomenal. You would know if you actually left your house for an independent show.
I wouldn't leave to see Butcher and Blade, I'll tell you that.
Why? Butcher and Blade are phenomenal, bro. I can't wait to meet them. The fact that they don't have action figures right now, it's out of this fucking world.
Yeah, what's up with that?
No action figures. What do you mean? Max Caster doesn't even Max Caster and Acclaim don't even have an action figure of that.
What's up with that?
Because whoever's doing Tony's fucking...
Where's the TNT belt? Where's the tag team belts? I want to buy tag team belts.
He's playing with his toys.
And have Caster sign them.
Gilch isn't fucking around, Tony. Gilch isn't fucking around. He would buy that stupid shit right now if it was on the store. He'd buy all 6 of them.
When I first said to you that I decided I'm going to collect belts, how fast did it take me to acquire 8 belts?
Not even like that. You sent a picture the next day. Hey, look at this shit. Hey, got the expedited shipping, Tony. He's paying the extra money for the expedited shipping, and it's money you're not making. What are you doing, Tony? You're going to have to recoup some of that money from CM Punk's contract. I'll tell you that. Better do something about that shit, because he's getting paid to sit at home. Now, I got a question for Anthony. Do you think he's still going to be on the cover of the video game, CM Punk?
Who? Punk? No, fuck him.
Well, I know, fuck him, yeah, but do you think he's going to be on the cover still, or are they going to change it?
No, they better change it.
Do you think he's still going to be in the game, Jose? Jay? Mr. J? Is he going to be in the game?
I think he is going to be in the game. I really do.
I actually think now, the longer this has been going on, I think Punk and Tony are eventually going to work things out, and Punk's going to come back.
I think that should happen.
I think that's what's going to happen, because at the end of the day, sometimes it's better to let bygones be bygones and do business.
Look, who's the fucking type star there that could sell merch and put asses to seats? Let's face it, it's Punk.
Yeah, okay, but now let's look at it like this. How many times has Punk gotten injured in the last 6 months?
Well, that goes to my original saying.
Agreed.
You bring him back, and he works. He works like Sting, bro. You have to book him like a Sting. He wrestles once in a while, not every fucking week. He has no business wrestling every week at all.
Yeah, so that's what you have to start doing now. Book him like how you're
like
going
an attraction,
or even an Undertaker, bro. He wrestles 3-4 times a year, big matches. Yeah. Exactly.
He ain't gonna go for that.
Well, then he can go back home and sit on his fucking couch with a broken foot.
He's got a huge fucking ego. He's gonna think he's delivering every week.
There's a lot of egos back there.
If you want to give Punk a job, have him just be a backstage guy. Don't put him on the TV. I'm sorry, to me, after that bullshit that he played,
I don't even think that would work now, though. After what happened, you think anyone's going to really want to fucking listen to him right away? That will take a long time to heal that relationship.
Exactly.
Well, some will and some won't, right?
The ones that are fans will, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all mixed.
Yes.
But no, I think you bring him back to let MJF fucking kick his ass. And then let Punk get his last few matches in against MJF, getting his ass kicked, trying to win back the title. And it's just not going to happen. And maybe Tony screws Punk and then turns and goes with MJF. Bring him back like that. He hates Punk that much that he's gonna screw him, like Vince screwed Brett. I think that's what Tony wants to do. He wants to have one of those moments like Vince has that's like eternal. That's never gonna die. Like, look at this fucking Brett screwed Brett bullshit. 25 years later, and people still won't shut the fuck up about it. Tony wants a moment like that, Gilch. He wants to be talked about in 30 years. Non-stop. That's what he wants, man. Do you blame him? Anyway, did we like this next segment we got between... And I'm calling it a segment. This wasn't a match. This was a Powerbomb Symphony. What I did love, though, is Wardlow's taking on Ari Daivari. And we're going to have VSK there as Daivari's butler. And VSK is an awesome wrestler from Creative Pro. I saw him before he started really getting all these segments that he's been getting on TV. He's on the TV right there. You see him playing the butler. And this kid is money in the ring. When they actually start letting him go in matches, you will see VSK. He is really fucking good. I don't know where he's going to go in AEW, but I know he's going to the top rope. That's for fucking sure. The match was whatever. Powerbomb Symphony destroys Daivari, but the best part of this match is Wardlow grabs the mic at the end. He calls out Hobbs. Hobbs actually comes out. Hobbs looks fucking phenomenal, right? This is a match that I'm excited now for. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's now getting real, all right? And even Wardlow admits, finally, an opponent worthy of me, you know, and this title shot. Hobbs comes out, and you're thinking you're going to see something between Hobbs and Wardlow, but Joe is in the ring. And Wardlow is out here talking hella shit, saying he's coming for all the company's titles. He's going to get all the titles in AEW. He's over here doing Hulkamania poses, talking shit. And Joe, I don't think Joe liked it. Gilch, did you appreciate this heel turn by Joe?
I loved it.
And did you see it coming?
I didn't see it coming. I will say when he walked down the ramp, there was a little moment where you saw Joe kind of had his head down and wasn't sure if Joe was into it. I was like, that was kind of weird. So that's the only thing I could have thought about it, but I did. I loved the heel turn.
And how about you, Jay? Are you a fan of the heel turn, and did you see it coming?
Yeah, this was the best part of the night to me. So
Nice.
I love the heel turn. I seen it coming. I just didn't see it coming tonight. But thank God. I was getting bored of this symphony.
And how about you, Anthony? And a question to you is, obviously, what's going to happen now? Are we thinking triple threat at Full Gear? Wardlow, Samoa Joe, and Hobbs? Is that what's happening here?
That would be a good match to see. I honestly just think that Tony's got to stop booking Wardlow like shit.
I agree.
He's booking him. Take the TNT title off of him. Give him, honestly, I would put him. Here you go, MJF. Him and MJF have history together.
Absolutely, but MJF, you want him losing the title already?
I'm not saying give him a shot at the title. Put him, if you put MJF and let me start that over. If you put Wardlow in the ring with MJF, you are going to skyrocket his stock again. Because right now his stock sucks because of.
But if he loses to MJF, what happens to his stock then?
I think his stock would still be fine. You have to put him in the ring and then have the match. Let him be athletic. Let Wardlow do his thing. He's good. He is good in the ring, but we're not seeing it as much.
No, because they have him booked as a powerbomb god. I think
Right.
I would be more happy if they started booking him in wrestling matches, that wrestling took place, and I don't really care who his opponent is, as long as he's actually fucking wrestling them for 5 to 10 to 15, 25 minutes. Give me some matches that are memorable.
Once you see the senton he could do, you now know that he can probably do everything in the fucking ring.
Yeah, easy, bro. He's definitely talented, but they're holding him back for a couple of reasons. A, they want to avoid injury. B, that win streak now, which he's on a win streak. He hasn't lost, right, in a long time. Probably since MJF beat him and CM Punk beat him, right? I think CM Punk was the last person to pin Wardlow. Am I wrong?
I have no clue.
Pretty positive
I think
about
so.
that. I'm pretty fucking positive about that, okay? And that's when he turned on MJF and all that nonsense, and then he just went on that nasty run. He won the title. We had the separation between MJF and Wardlow. Because it didn't make sense. MJF just treated you like shit for 1-2 years, and then you're just going to ignore him and not go after him immediately?
That's all Tony Khan's booking.
Yeah, I know.
That's how he's booking this. But that's the beauty part of it. Bring them back together. Put them in a feud. Put Wardlow in the legit feud.
For me, it would have just made more sense if it happened immediately, and then they're both on that same level, which is, they're chasing the AEW World Championship. But they didn't go that route. They didn't go that route, just for historical purposes. But Joe turns on him. Joe looked great tonight, choked Wardlow out. So that's what I'm calling for Full Gear. It's probably going to be a triple threat, because Hobbs was talking shit saying, I'll kick your ass, Joe. I'll kick your ass, too. I'll kick his ass. I'll kick your ass. So the indications that this match is going to happen are pretty legit. Now we're going to see Jade Cargill saying she's going to hand Nyla Rose her ass at Full Gear, and if she's in Boston for Rampage, then I'll handle that ass then as well. Jade Cargill's not losing anytime soon, and Nyla Rose is a good competitor for her, but she's going to lose to Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's not losing this match. I mean, let's be honest.
No.
Not going to happen. Now the next segment is going to get very interesting. We're going to get a face-to-face now, finally. The last time it was said that they were going to have a sit-down, never happened, because Britt Baker decided to pull a fucking Brock Lesnar. But now we're going to get them in the ring at the same time. Saraya, Britt Baker. Saraya says she is 100% cleared, and AEW is her house. Britt said she built AEW from the ground up and turned it into a fortress. You were a superstar, and now you want to be a wrestler? You have audacity to skip in here and call it your house, Britt says. I don't recall you laying a single brick. Now we get Saraya. Britt's telling Saraya, you left your house and walked into mine, and we don't take walk-ins, so bitch, make an appointment, okay? That's what Britt Baker said. DMD chants happen now. People are actually cheering for Britt Baker. So Britt Baker has skill, because Saraya came out, got the huge pop, had the crowd on her side, and then with Britt's few lines, she was able to get the crowd to shift and actually chant DMD, thus creating a dynamic in the arena where we're going to have a Saraya, let's go Saraya, let's go Britt. It's going to be that kind of match, that kind of pace. And this has the potential to be the biggest match in the women's division since the company's start. This is not just Saraya, this is fucking Paige. She is super fucking famous. The buy-in rate now for Full Gear is going to go up dramatically because this match was made official. And it's going to be sick. I'm super hyped to see it. Saraya says you got fed to trainees. Tony Khan handpicked you. You've had 3 years in the business, but I've been in the business for 17. You don't know what it takes to be a superstar. You don't even know what it takes to be a star. I've traveled up and down the world because I love this business. I got hit by a car and wrestled the same day because I love this business. I got turned down because I was a female by all kinds of companies. I started a revolution before it was even a trend, or before you even had a twinkle in your eye for this business. I've done Madison Square Garden. I've done Tokyo Dome. And now I'm in front of an ungrateful bitch. Battled drug addiction publicly. I've given my career, my neck for this business. You don't have a clue what it takes to make it. You are here. You got another opportunity handed to you on a silver platter. The biggest match of your career. You and me at Full Gear. Saraya drops the mic. Britt's speechless. Britt goes for the cheap shot. And then Saraya reminds her that this is her house. My house. It's my house. Anybody hyped for this? Gilch, how about you? What do you think, man? What's going to happen here? Who's going to win the match? Why are they going to win the match? How's it going to end? How are you booking it? What would you vote?
I feel guilty because I should be into this, and I'm just not. And really? I don't know what it is, but I tell you what. You know who else isn't really into Paige? Oh, whatever you want to call her now? The crowd. I feel like she didn't get a big enough pop as I thought she would get tonight, especially through like everything she was saying, and so I was a little surprised.
Jay?
All right, it's my turn. Am I going to get cut off?
No, you're good.
Off.
It's all you
I
go.
don't know if I'm going to get cut off here.
Well, if you go off for like 6 minutes,
right
maybe.
Now. Let it out right now, Savage. Let it all out right now before I go.
No,
go right now.
Just go.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to respond to you. I'm going to tell you why you're feeling like that. But my TV shows something different. I did hear a pop when she come out. I did hear the fans going for her. And guess what? I was going for her too. I was cheering. I was going, woo, Saraya, it's going to be awesome. Saraya, break. I can't wait for Gear. It's going to be, like Andy said, the biggest money draw match in the women's roster, period, hands down. And it's still going to be. But guess what? I've been saying this since day one, since she came. I thought it was good or bugs because she hasn't been in the business, let's say, wrestled 3-4 years now. So her promo was very, very weak to me when she came back, right, folks? You guys could agree. And now
Saraya?
it just hit me. Yes, Saraya. And now it just hit me tonight. She cannot cut a promo. I don't know if I have not seen this all this time in WWE, but now I realize she cannot cut a promo. Britt shut her down really, really bad. And then this promo, or let's call it a segment, turned into like a shoot segment. Because Saraya, I felt, was rambling, and she was talking about personal issues. Like Gil said, the crowd wasn't into it. There was boos. Did anybody hear the boos? Or the boos when she did the finisher, she said, "This is my house." The fact of the matter is this: when you go on the mic with someone as skillful as Britt has been the last 3-4 years building AEW women's roster, and let's face it, that's not a fiction, that's a fact of reality, you're not going to win a battle. And Saraya doesn't have that skill, and that's why this felt flat to me. I'm agreeing with Gilch. I'm not really looking forward to this because I wasn't impressed on Saraya's mic skill. She just said all that truth because she really didn't know how to respond to Britt's basically that shoot on her, period. Hands down.
You know what else it is, real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No, you're not. Yo, Gilch,
good.
you talk whatever the fuck you want, Gilch, because you talk less than anybody. So if you want to talk for 26 minutes right now, I'm okay with it.
through Britt's entire amazing reign, losing the belt, winning it back, holding it, Tony's tried to bring in the next WWE girl who he's going to push to the top, and every one of them has failed. From Ruby Riott, they thought she was going to be the girl.
Broke her nose.
Tony Storm, I'm all right. They're booking her to hold the title, but none of us think she's much of her. And I think the next one is Paige, and like you said, like the reaction hasn't been there. Athena, yeah.
Athena's better. Athena might be better than all three of them.
And Paige, Paige was considered better, or at least a bigger star than anyone that's been here yet from WWE. And the pop isn't what it should be, and that's kind of concerning.
I think it's the promos. I really do, man. I don't think she could cut a good promo just off the top of your head. I don't think she's that type of person. And you know what? We haven't noticed it because we haven't seen it a lot. It's just been covered up. That's what I feel. And it showed tonight. She even hesitated at certain points. Do you notice that? She was, as soon as she responded, I felt she didn't even know what to say when she said, "You don't know what it is to be a superstar." Oh, a star. I was like, okay, now we're saying, you know what I'm saying? You
basically weren't buying it.
We're saying the same thing.
She was selling the car, and you didn't want to buy it. You didn't like the car she was selling. You didn't want no part of it.
All those things that she said is damn well true. I just didn't feel it was necessary.
But obviously you don't agree that she's saying that Britt's not a star.
I just feel she didn't know how to respond when Britt shut her down. I felt like she didn't know how can you respond to someone when they say, "I built the bricks here." You just built one brick. You left your house. You come into my house. Can you respond to that?
Yeah, I can. Your bricks, the bricks you used were the bricks that you stole from my fucking backyard, you piece of shit. That's what I'd fucking say. Because the bricks that you used to build this fucking house right here, they came from my house. I built it first. I built it better because I'm the greatest. I'll sit here, Jay. I'm capable. Yes. If you're asking me, yes, I'll have something to fucking say to anybody, anytime, anywhere in the world, including Bully Ray, Mark Henry, or fucking Mickey James if she wants to get in the ring. You want some of this? How about you, Tommy Dreamer? I love busting open. I'm just fucking around.
Almost falling flat, man. That's what it is. It felt flat.
I agree with you. But in fairness,
if you didn't see the guy that was in the hard cam, there was a guy like this.
Yeah, but listen. In fairness, AEW is a more edgy project. Hold on, let me just give me a second. AEW is a more edgy product than when she was wrestling in the Divas division. You know, she took the Divas title. She came in, did her thing, kicked ass. She was booked a certain way. She was booked as an ass kicker. She didn't really need to talk a lot. And let's be honest, Paige never really cut the best fucking promos. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She was a great fucking wrestler.
I never said she cut the best promo. I said they hid her cutting the promo.
My point is, they're putting her in a position that she's not going to perform at her best at, because her best work is in the ring. Yeah, but she doesn't cut good promos, and like you said, she's in there with Britt Baker. Britt Baker basically fucking tore her ass apart tonight with her lines, and
basically her whole promo, you would say her whole promo is her real life, and people just aren't really into it.
Because it turned into a shoot. She didn't know what to say.
Well, she's trying to get, she's trying to get symphony. She's trying to get sympathy for having a fucking porn video released.
All right, we heard you what you said. Go ahead, Aaron.
This is becoming. I'm going to say right now. First of all, Britt Baker has gotten so much better on the mic.
Yes,
he has gotten so much better. I will agree with Jay. She did shut down. She shut down Saraya.
Yeah.
But also,
I agree.
This also sounded like to me the same kind of shit that she said to Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
That did the same thing. Like, she did another shoot promo on another on a WWE star. It's like, Tony Khan, to me, it's like, what are you writing here, dude?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he put her in an uncomfortable situation, and to do this standoff bullshit. The fuck a standoff. Just cut a couple of vignettes, have a couple of run-ins. Now we have a match, and you hype it up. You hype up the match. That's it. You don't have her in the ring going toe-to-toe verbally with A, someone who's been active for the last 3-4 years, and B, someone that's been killing it the last 3-4 years. She's just coming back for her first fucking match, and just like Gilch said, it's CM Punk syndrome all over again, god damn it. And Saraya's going to win this match, and probably every other fucking match she goes into, until she probably gets fucking injured. Fuck!
You could go on your rant, but I just want to say one thing. If you notice, this whole segment was so awkward at the end because Britt was starting to show some tears to what this woman was saying. So that's why I say it turned into like a real shoot from someone that honestly didn't know a comeback of what to say.
And you know what's sad? Britt
it turned into a Disney movie.
Britt looked like she was. Like hold on. I think Britt looked like she was starstruck at one point. Like, I think she was a Paige fan growing up, man. That's one
of the things that we loved about AEW in the beginning, and what took them to this level, is the creative freedom you give guys to go out on the mic and say whatever the fuck you want. And now it's burying them because they're putting the mic in the wrong fucking people's hands.
I want to put a take in on this.
Go for
it.
Do you know the amount of fucking people he signed, Tony Khan signed? You jammed up that roster. So now, because the way I'm feeling about it now is, now you're going to start getting more creative people, or more guys, more people in creative, because you're bringing in all these guys from WWE, and then you're putting them onto the roster instead of you're giving them main star spots. Some of these guys. Yeah. So think about what that's going to do to the rest of the roster. So so now here we have Paige coming in, a former WWE wrestler. Now she's coming into AEW expecting to be top, not be a superstar.
Yes.
Big as Britt.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no.
Yes.
Britt worked.
You know why? Because Tony Khan's a fucking mark.
Yeah, well, he's got to keep it in his pants.
No,
I'm sorry.
Watch, in like 20 years, they're gonna say Tony Khan paid over $26 million
per day.
But think about that. Like think about that though. You have somebody like Britt Baker who got so much better on the mic, going up against a WWE wrestler who had her shit scripted.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. Yeah, she's not, like I said,
She's
uncomfortable
out for sure.
situation. They never let her go out there and say, "Hey, go live, go do this, go do that." It wasn't like that back then. It wasn't. Everything was exactly like you said, scripted. Best word to use. So to put her in a situation like this, obviously she's not going to come out looking too hot. But let's get into the next segment. Let's move in. We get an interview with Jay Lethal, Dutz over there, Santam Singh. They're talking hella shit. Basically, they're paying off the factory. Danhausen shows up saying, "You ruined my Halloween." Orange Cassidy says, "Don't hit my friends." And then we get a match set up for Rampage somehow. Now we see best friends. Trent Beretta wants a fight with Jay Lethal tonight. He's not talking about Rampage. He wants a fight tonight on Dynamite, which I'm excited about because I just saw Trent Beretta live on Friday night. And me and Trent Beretta, we got pretty close. He was like 1 foot from me, man. I only had one question for him. I said, "Trent, do you watch Busted Open, Trent?" So, Trent Beretta, I'll tag you in this, man. If you ever want to come on this show and let me know if you watch Busted Open, which, by the way, you can't even watch it. So I fucked up. And I now know this. You can listen to Busted Open. Listen. I got to make sure I say listen. I probably say watch because I do a show that you can actually fucking watch. And you can look at my face while I talk to you and give it to you live. But let me give it to you live right now. Trent Beretta, tonight, this match was actually surprisingly fun. I had a good time with this match. I love Jay Lethal. I have a lot of respect for Trent Beretta. He's an incredible worker. He killed it on Rampage, and he killed it tonight. And guess what? He's been killing it for the last 3 years, ever since he's even been in AEW. He is 100% the biggest star and the best friends. I feel like he's a better wrestler than Orange Cassidy. He's a better wrestler than Danhausen. He's a better wrestler than Chuck Taylor. And he deserves better than what he's getting treated, okay? But at the end of the day, he's taking the L to Jay Lethal because Jay Lethal, like somebody else would say when they would come out, which we'll get into in a second. But like I said, very fun match. Danhausen tried to help by putting a curse on Singh. Didn't work out too well for him. Now Tony comes out to try to interview, and Dut tells him, "Shut up, sit down, get the fuck out of here. We promised a surprise, and we delivered the legendary Jeff Jarrett." Jeff Jarrett, you know, he says that night after we got 1 million views of The Last Outlaw, basically he's hyping himself up that he got 1 million views. He says everybody wants to know why The Last Outlaw is here. Tells the fans to shut the hell up. I'm going to tell you exactly why. When a friend calls a friend shows up, and that's why I did. I showed up and I put a plan together. I signed Jay Lethal to his first contract. He has wins on Sting. He has wins on Ric Flair, and he even became a Grand Slam champion at Ring of Honor. Sanjay Dutt has an IQ of 181, so you know obviously that's why I got him. We've taken over promotions all over the world. Santam Singh, legit 7'5" giant, tells the cameraman to slow pan from the boots all the way up. He says there is no make-believe monster who wears red skinny jeans produced by the Banana-Nosed Circus. Direct shout out to Braun Strowman. Jeff Jarrett did not hold back. Basically shitted on Braun Strowman and shitted on WWE by calling them a banana-nosed circus. It's fucking the most original probably thing I've ever heard from Jeff Jarrett. I laughed because it was so fucking just... I was like, what the fuck was that? He says 1 in a million is the name of his Netflix special because he's the only player in the history of the NBA to be born and bred in India. Calls out Sting and Darby Allin. I'm calling you out. He's like, I want a match tonight. I want a match next week. It doesn't fucking matter. I want a match. And they make it official later on. We're going to get that match at Full Gear. It's going to be Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Sting and Darby Allin. So another stacked match. This card is stacking up now to me. I'm very excited about this card, especially about another reason, which we'll get into in a moment. And then Jeff Jarrett goes on to say, you're winding me up. He's talking shit to the camera guy. All right, who wants to go first on this? Any volunteers?
Yeah, I don't think this was great, but I love the match setup. I think that's going to be a great, exciting match, so I'm excited for that.
Okay. Anybody else excited about that match?
And
I was into this promo a gazillion times more than I've been into anything they've been doing with this group in the last couple of weeks. I thought it was kind of funny at points. So, there's that.
Okay. Jeff Jarrett, I thought it was better the first time. I thought him doing that whole, like, don't cut me off, don't cut me down, a little excessive. A little excessive. They should have just cut his ass off after the second time he said it. He said it about 4 times, I mean, and then you're running around with this guitar like you're going to hit somebody and you didn't even hit somebody. If Jeff Jarrett brings a guitar, someone should get their head fucking cracked open with it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, Don't bring this fucking guitar out. It's like you go to a concert and you want to hear their favorite song and they don't play it. You understand? People are paying money now to see Jeff Jarrett. So if they're going to pay money to see this attraction, the attraction needs to deliver. That cameraman came up to you. He disrespected you. Why isn't there a guitar over his fucking head? Right fucking now. Am I wrong? All right.
No.
Just want to make sure I'm not fucking wrong. There's Jeff Jarrett with his red guitar. Whoop-de-fucking do. Now we get something that to me was the low point of the night. I'm not going to lie to you. Whenever I see Jungle Boy now on TV, I just get depressed. As far as him having a microphone in his hand. All right, now if he's in the ring having a match, I'm happy. I like to see him wrestle. He's a great wrestler. But whenever I see him either getting interviewed or he's about to talk with a microphone, I immediately get depressed. And there's nothing I can do to fix it, man. I
actually get it,
Boy
I get
blues.
excited because I think it's going to end with him getting attacked from behind and like thrown off the stage.
Actually, you're right. I was waiting for Luchasaurus to come hit him in half or something, man. Like this shit. He's worse than Thunder Rosa, bro. All right, I said it. I fucking said it. Tonight he sounded like he was an extra on Saved by the Bell. Like his voice just sounds like a nerdy high school. Like he should not be talking. If anybody needs a manager, it should be him. Okay, get Stokely. This other guy, get somebody, a new manager. Who gives a fuck? All right, put him with Prince Nana for all I give a fuck. It makes sense. He's from the jungle, right? You get Prince Nana.
They compare him with Wardlow.
This guy should be coming out like Tarzan and just screaming and never saying a fucking word and just screaming and swinging off the Raptors coming into the ring. That'd be sick, right? You see a big vine, he comes swinging in like Shawn Michaels. Just at this point, I'm so done with Jungle Boy. I don't give a fuck if I don't see this kid till they decide to remake Buffy, and he'll be playing in the movie Buffy, the remake. His matches are good, man. I can watch his matches for days, but I cannot bear him on the mic anymore. I really can't. Take that microphone away from him and give it to somebody who deserves to say something.
Listen,
get him a manager. Please just get him a manager.
Oh, you guys are right. But listen, there's always, when you watch the show, you got to look down at your phone once in a while. You got to scroll. Jungle Boy promo is your scrolling time. I mean, let's face it.
I really believe my take right now on Jungle Boy was just so fucking good right now. Later on, I'm going to clip this and record and upload it as its individual video of my take on Jungle Boy. Because I feel like that's how a lot of people are feeling right now. They don't want to see Jungle Boy on the mic. In the ring, yes, but not on the mic. It's over for me. You've had your chance. Try again in 6 months after you kick a lot of ass in the ring. End of story. Repackage yourself. Go out there. Evolve.
I'm gonna stand here and defend Jungle Boy.
You're gonna defend him?
Okay. I'm gonna defend him. I'm gonna defend
Wow,
Jungle Boy.
Jay, this is a first.
I'm gonna defend him. I'm gonna say the way you're feeling about Jungle Boy, perhaps Anthony and Gilch feel the same. It's just because of the storyline. It's non-ending. It's been going for
and you're right, and he said it tonight.
And hold on.
He said it.
This is one of two examples, because we're gonna see another one later on tonight in the backstage segment, that you have these rising homegrown stars and you hold them back for some reason. That's how I feel. So I don't think it's Jungle Boy personally on the mic. I just think it's the booking, period.
I'll give you a fair one on that, but at the end of the day, you can say that, but look at Christian Cage. He's managed to make every single fucking promo practically gold.
But he's a good talker.
Yeah, and how long can you have Jungle Boy cutting promos about this fucking story?
But again, it's putting people in situations. Look what Tony Khan is doing, though. Tony Khan is putting Jungle Boy in a situation to go mic to mic with fucking Christian Cage. Like, how dumb of an idea is that? On the mic. In the ring, okay. Like, he has no business cutting promos. And then tonight he said, yeah, this is over by a long shot. Blah, blah, blah. I'm done with it. I'm done and you're done with it. Who gives a fuck? Moxley has a promo. Says MJF is not the devil and everything he has done has been easy. He wears clothes his mom bought him with her Macy's card. And Yeah. Anybody care about what Moxley said tonight? He's a loser. He's going to lose at fucking Full Gear. I'm sorry. Anthony, you like him. You like him. You love him. But I'm over it. I'm over John Moxley too, bro.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm going to say this one thing right now. I am a Moxley guy.
I know you are.
I'm a Moxley guy, but how many times are we going to put the title on him and then take it off of him?
I'm surprised he doesn't bleed during his promos. It's fucking.
Hang on a second, Tony. He turns around, he blades himself, and just turns back. Where were we?
And no offense, every Moxley match is like the same match with a different opponent.
CM Punk said it perfectly. He goes, somebody touches you, you start bleeding.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's facts. It's facts. His head hits the turnbuckle, he just starts bleeding out of nowhere. You're like,
I'm gonna ask you a question since you're a John Moxley fan. Who is the third best member of the Shield?
Him.
There you go. Now you understand. Yeah. I mean, he's not Seth Rollins. He's not Roman Reigns, baby.
Because to me, I'm gonna say this: Moxley's more of like that deathmatch, type of wrestler. He's not this like bell to bell, like, oh, I'm gonna just do these traditional matches. He's not that kind of guy. He's more of a DQ guy, like a no DQ. These death matches, like just look at the matches that he did with Omega. Look at the matches that Moxley and Omega had together. Brutal, intense. That's Moxley's ball game. Not what he's doing with MJF. Not with what he did with.
So, what's your favorite Moxley match? It's him and Kenny Omega, right?
That's my favorite.
How about you, Jay Gilch? Do either of you guys have a favorite Moxley match?
Yeah, it'd probably be that one.
That one, okay.
Tough call. There's so many good ones. I don't know.
Listen. The Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose match with the Hell in the Cell doesn't count.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Oh no. Not that.
Man,
I will say there was a time when he was number 2 of the Shield.
I guess his match with Bryan Danielson, right? Didn't they fight first before they became friends? That match was good. I remember that match.
That was back in like April, March or April.
Yeah, I mean, what I love is whenever Moxley wrestles these guys from New Japan, and then it just becomes like a fucking 20-minute chop fest. They're just chopping each other for like 20 fucking minutes and shit.
I had said this. I had said this to a friend of mine, and who's actually watching right now. I actually said this to a friend of mine. He's not a. You look at guys like Daniel Bryan, Will Yuta, Cesaro, who's now Caesar Castioli or whatever the hell his name is. They're wrestlers. Moxley is a fighter. Meaning, like, he's not athletic. He's not an athletic guy. He has his flashy moments, but he's not that kind of a guy. He's more of that kind of a fighter type dude, like a Roman Reigns.
But I'll say one thing. You're right, 100%. But isn't this supposed to be the Federation of Wrestlers? Do you want a guy? Now, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I don't know what I'm saying. For a guy that you're looking for, shouldn't it be like the wrestler? I mean, this is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, with all that said, guys, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, you're going to find out exactly how Dynamite ended in the main event between Sammy Guevara and Bryan Danielson. And we're also going to be talking about another group. Maybe you heard of them, Young Bucks, and we're also going to tell you about our special contest, our giveaway that we're going to be doing live at Full Gear. Right now, you're going to be watching a little commercial about barbells and body slams, and make sure you go give my boy Thomas Babiak a follow and do it immediately.
Barbells and body slams, I have a unique approach to not only help you become inspired from some of your favorite memories and characters in the past and present in professional wrestling, but to actually help you take action and become the best version of yourself.
Well, what do we got over here? Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? And listen, you people want to climb to the top of your fitness goals, have success, there's one way to do it. Barbells and body slams.
Barbells and body slams on YouTube. Check it out. Beautiful people, baby.
AKA Crime Time. Yo, you need to watch Barbells and Body Slams on YouTube. Check it out. Oh, what a rush.
Everybody, this is the Godfather, and I want you to check out Barbells and Body Slams. They got a cool episode on the Godfather, man. Check it out. Peace.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette telling you to watch Barbells and Body Slams, the YouTube channel that will motivate you, get you fit, and get you ready to fight. Remember, it's Barbells and Body Slams, and it's the way to live your life, baby.
All right, and we're back here on Wrestling with Savage, and then you see a screenshot of the Young Bucks with Cody Rhodes, and tonight they were teasing the Elite coming back, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and they were teasing a Full Gear return. I mean, they pretty much said that they're coming back at Full Gear without saying it. I mean, that final picture of the the bridge, the Empire State Building, they show you finally all three in a clear picture in the Full Gear background. Which is awesome to see if you're a fan of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. I mean, right now to me, Kenny Omega is the one missing ingredient for making AEW a little more next level. Because you guys are all talking about all these different matches you want to see MJF have. Give me MJF versus Kenny Omega for like a year. I'm okay with that. Give me that. I mean, I could watch that all fucking day. I think that
Brian Danielson Omega.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have unfinished business. Big time.
Put them on TV for 2 hours, please.
Are you going to Full Gear, Anthony?
Fight forever.
Where is it?
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah. You'll be at the Prudential Center. I'm going with Gilch for sure. It's going to be fucking sick.
I may.
Yeah, no.
I may go to that.
Check out, see if they have tickets available. We're going to be getting into the main event right now. Sammy Guevara. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Sammy Guevara. They're going to have a little promo now, video package with Bryan Danielson, Sammy Guevara. They're hyping up the match for later tonight. Bryan Danielson, very intense in this little video package. I appreciated it. And now before that, we're going to get a quick match between Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue with Toni Storm. Surprisingly, this match was actually pretty good. I thought I was actually impressed with Sky Blue more than I was with Jamie Hayter in this match. I thought Sky Blue was selling very well, taking shots very well, and showed dramatic improvement from the last time I saw her in the ring. To be honest, Jamie Hayter looks exactly the same, which is, guess what, pretty fucking good. But she's the same. But I was impressed to see the improvement by Sky Blue. Britt with a nice distraction, allowing Jamie to get the nice gut breaker into the exploder suplex to take us into break. If anybody has a comment for this match, go for it now. Whoever it is. Keep it rolling.
I do. I don't think Hayter's ready to be world champion. I didn't like her wrestling tonight. She missed a big boot on Sky Blue by the ropes. That didn't even hit that. So I don't think she's just ready. And that twisting suplex didn't look really nice either.
You mean the gut buster? The twisting gut buster or the exploder?
No, is it a gut twisting that she does?
The one where she bring her down on her knee?
Yeah.
That's like a gut buster. I don't know the exact name of that one.
It didn't look so smooth. It didn't look so smooth.
You're not wrong. No, you're not wrong at all. But I'd rather see the strap on her than Thunder Road.
Toni Storm.
Oh, you mean Storm?
So if I have to choose, I'll let her.
The thing I'll say about the women's division right now, there's a lot of intriguing storylines if you add everything up. We have Toni Storm about to drop the title to Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker's Jamie Hayter's friend. Britt Baker's fighting Saraya. You have Thunder Rosa, who's the actual real fucking champion. So they have a chance here to maybe tell a good story about all this coming together between Britt and Saraya having a fight over Jamie Hayter, and then Thunder Rosa comes in and says, all you bitches are irrelevant because I'm the fucking champ. So let's go. Let's have our match so I can end your shit. I hope that if Thunder Rosa gets anything out of working with Busted Open every day or whenever she does, is that she improves on her ability to cut a fucking promo and be more comfortable, confident talking and cutting promos. Maybe, just maybe, Thunder Rosa comes back as the full fucking package. Comes back with that confidence, comes back with that in-ring swagger, and now all of a sudden, hey, she feels comfortable and confident enough to cut a 30-second promo on a bitch, put her in her fucking place, and then kick her ass in that fucking ring. Will that be the case? I don't know, but I would like to see it, Thunder Rosa. I'm praying for your quick recovery and for you to be the best version of yourself, which, honestly, pound for pound, you are one of the best female wrestlers in the world. Without a doubt. You've killed it in matches. I'm a fan of your matches. So I want her to come back and be the full package. I'm praying that happens for her because she's great, wrestler-wise. She really is.
She's Sky Blue on television.
I've seen some matches of Thunder Rosa. She's great, but the way Tony, I'm going to say it again, with the booking, it's the booking that's screwing up everything with that women's division. That women's division is shit.
Again, you're taking another WWE star. You know, you're pushing a WWE star again. You know, NXT UK champion, whatever the fuck they did with her.
But you're pushing a WWE star like Toni Storm. But you're not pushing her right. Two, she's never held a title in WWE.
Wait, no, she was the UK champ.
The UK
champ.
UK champ.
On the main roster.
No, main roster. No, hell no. No, they fired her before they fired her before when they fired, I think, 180 people.
You know what their strategy? You know what the strategy looks like? It looks like they were trying to grab the girl that they think WWE fucked up with, that could actually be a superstar, but WWE fucked up, and they've been wrong with everyone so far.
I didn't like that spot where Jamie was yelling in the corner, Jay. Remember when she had her in the corner and she was screaming?
Yeah, but going back to Gilch, the only reason I say that is because they get exposed. That's why. Look at Keith Lee. Keith Lee was an unstoppable force at NXT. He comes to AEW, gets exposed. That's what it is.
Shit's crazy.
I'm gonna agree with Jay on that.
Yeah, nah. I mean, the match was actually more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Now we're going to get a little preview for Brian Cage versus Dante Martin, who's calling himself Inhuman Dante. Who's going to win this match, Jay? Brian Cage or Dante Martin?
Brian Cage.
Okay. Gilch, you agree?
Yeah.
Anthony, agree?
Yep. Yeah,
I can see that. Brian Cage has to get a win after taking a loss recently. Yeah.
Look at the size
he took a loss to Joe recently, right?
Was it? No, wasn't it Wardlow?
Was it Wardlow? No, I think it was Joe.
I thought it was. I thought it was Wardlow.
Was it? I don't even remember anymore. I guess. No, it was Joe. It was Joe because they were two big men.
I thought it was Joe.
It was Joe. It was definitely Joe. But now we're going to get a quick interview in the back. We think we're going to get an interview with Ricky Starks, but instead we get a surprise debut, which is great for AEW. Another little surprise thrown in. We didn't know we were going to see Lance Archer, who's making his return and saying that this tournament is his and everybody's going to pay. And I mean, he's just abusing a superstar. Ricky Starks is a superstar. He's one of the best wrestlers they have, and he's just bashing his head in the gate. Big statement to make on a Wednesday night, Dynamite. So I was happy to see that. Now we're going to get into the main event. Bryan Danielson versus Sammy, 2 out of 3 falls match. Fuck you, Sammy. Chance after Sammy blasts Bryan with a steel chair. Rams the mic in Bryan's eye to take us a break. Bryan Danielson gets the first win on this one because of the DQ. Sammy didn't give a fuck. I thought this match was phenomenal, and I'll say this. Yesterday I thought I saw the best match of the week between JD McDonough and Axiom. But I don't know. That might be in contention now. This match was pretty fucking good, Jay. I had a good time with this match. Sammy did mess up once with his cat-like abilities, but he did recover from it quickly. But that DDT he did, that flippity-dippity fucking DDT he did to Bryan Danielson, I mean, what the fuck, man?
It was sloppy.
Yeah, I don't care. The fact that he can even pull that shit off, like, is insane. It's an indication of what his capabilities are. Sammy's great, man. He had a great match tonight.
I had to write notes for this match. I actually had to write notes.
It's you could go through your notes and find a botch here, botch there, but they're all fucking outweighed by everything else this kid does.
Yeah, it was a great match. I had a fun time with this.
More importantly, it's what he does out of the ring. And I never thought his character, like his real life character, can actually generate heat. And holy shit, they're so over. The heat they pop, it's ridiculous.
He's got like Dom heat, bro. Judgment Day Dom heat right now. They hate him. I mean, and especially when you're putting him against a fan favorite like Bryan Danielson. And it's funny because Bryan Danielson's kind of in a transition where he's turning into a heel himself. I mean, he's dumping on Wheeler Yuta. He said, tonight he did it in that promo that he had, where he just said, "I've been disrespected. I've been disrespected. I've been disrespected by Jericho, disrespected by Wheeler Yuta, disrespected by Sammy. Tonight I'm gonna take all that disrespect and put it on your fucking face."
So I have a question. do you guys see maybe a turn? Because with the Moxley promo, there was a couple of boos I heard going on in that.
There's always a couple of boos with Moxley.
For some reasoning, I have this funny feeling that MJF, it's going to be MJF, Bryan, and
William Regal.
And Regal, and they're going to be that faction.
Maybe.
I see it happen.
Maybe. I can't even argue with you. I mean, anything's possible right now as far as that goes, but I definitely we're going to see William Regal. I mean, first of all, does Bryan Danielson even have a match at Full Gear yet?
I don't think so.
Does Wheeler Yuta have a match? I think that's going to be the match. Because probably next week, Wheeler Yuta's going to come out and say, "Oh yeah,
then that's going to ruin the whole.
Think so?
That would ruin the whole. That would ruin the whole ending of what could possibly be happening.
Not necessarily, because he could leave Wheeler Yuta a bloody mess at the beginning of the night and still come out later and fuck up Moxley too.
I do. I will say real quick, last thing on the matches. Whoever wrote the match, I thought it was actually pretty well. From the beginning, for him to sacrifice the fall, but to make sure like he knocks him out, like that's like kind of like a reality thing. You're like, oh, why doesn't fucking everybody just do that? So I like the way the match was actually written to start off.
No, it was great because I was like, oh, this match is going to take forever, and then instantly, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's almost over. It's already fucking 1-1. One more pin and it's over. And then the best thing is it didn't end when I thought it was going to end. I think they went a little over TV time, a couple of minutes, and it was exciting to see because you didn't really know who was going to win. I thought Sammy was going to win for a minute because, he lost the last one. So I was like, all right, maybe Bryan will do the job for him, put him over a little bit tonight. Sammy was wearing gold knee pads, gold boots, if you noticed. Tonight was a sign for me that Sammy has a bright future. There's another feud, Sammy MJF. I'll take that next year too. Jesus.
Oh, that would bring back.
They have a lot of history there for sure, and there's a lot there to take. How about you? You guys give this match all thumbs up, right, everybody?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. AEW, man. How about Tay, man? She's a great valet for Sammy. Jay, you're giving it a thumbs down, huh?
Hell yeah.
Did you like it when Sammy took the microphone and he was talking into it? I felt like it should have been a regular mic.
But I could tell why this guy could get a lot of heat when you throw a chair 95 miles per hour at someone's fucking head. And don't forget he did it before and he caught heat.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
What the hell?
Bryan was kicking the shit out of him for a while. Apparently, they're having a contest. If you go to tbs.com/AEW Unrivaled Sweeps, you can have your chance to win one of these rare limited edition figures that are coming out. Or you can be like me and go hunt at random targets once a month and pray you get lucky. But, the match is going to continue. You're going to see more shots here of a great fucking match. I don't care if Jay hates it. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was probably their best main event they've had in at least a month. It was great. Sammy looked great. Bryan Danielson looked great. And tonight, AEW had fantastic content. You had a great promo by MJF. You had a mediocre promo by Jeff Jarrett. You had Britt Baker shutting down Saraya. You had a main event fucking caliber tag team match with FTR and the Acclaimed both going over big. You got the mic drop followed by the big rig. You got a clear picture of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They're coming to Full Gear. You got indicators of 3 matches at Full Gear. Tonight was an action-packed Dynamite from the moment it started on TV to the moment it ended, and it was better than NXT, and it was better than Monday Night Raw. And that's my fucking team.
Let's talk about Young Bucks, but you forgot one thing about that video breakdown. You forgot that they showed the Prudential Center like in the first 5 seconds of the whole video. So right there, it tells me that they're definitely going to fight Death Triangle, which I'm kind of glad Death Triangle is getting the spotlight on the pay-per-view. So, hey.
This is the end of Death Triangle, too. They're going to break apart. They're going to fall apart after this.
I hope so.
Pac is going to turn on them. He's probably going to take that hammer and crack Rey Fenix over the head, and I'm willing to bet he's going to take off both their fucking masks, too.
I got to say,
the bastard he is.
Whoever is the they gotta fire whoever was the fucking genius who said, you know what, Pac, we're gonna be assessed with a hammer every time you come out. That's the most ridiculous shit I ever seen. Like,
well, somebody
how
from the
you went
Blackpool
from
Combat Club
champions
has
to
to
that?
bleed, Jay. In every match, someone from the Blackpool Combat Club is going to bleed. And tonight it was Bryan Danielson who happily obliged Sammy Guevara, busted himself open.
Bro.
Yeah, it looked like he got cut up. I like the spot where Bryan Danielson suplexed him into the Tree of Woe. That was a good spot. That was unique. How about some innovation from Bryan Danielson, huh? I've never seen that before. Like that.
No.
That was a first.
I'm not gonna give a guy that does a bunch of strikes and kicks every fucking 5-10 minutes props. I'm sorry.
It's a fucking wrestling
Don't
match.
forget this. It was?
Oh, how about Bowens earlier in the night with his new hammer and anvil shots, whatever the fuck that was called. You remember he was doing some shit like bah bah bah, clobbering the guy.
But Bowens had more combinations.
Yeah. Bowens was landing nice shots tonight. Nice hard
true.
right fist shots, man. He looked clean tonight.
Because with Bryan Danielson tonight, it was either he was doing that or getting his ass kicked. It was one of those two. With Bowens, he had so many moves going in that match.
You know, I want to say something, not about the matches, just the way how I will book, I guess, so-called main event matches, no matter what you watch. Like, if you're going to have a big match like this, 2 out of 3 falls, Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara, you got to not have commercials. I think that was just...
I agree with that.
And we went from break to break, then we went to a commercial without picture-to-picture. I just felt like it just took away the match. You can't do that, especially a 2 out of 3 fall.
No, dude, you're 100% right. I actually said it in my mind earlier. Let me put that in the notes. Because sometimes if I don't put it in the notes, I talk so much, I'll fucking forget to say something. And that's something that I forgot to say. That definitely kills the flow of the match, especially for the casual wrestling fan. If somebody was watching the show for the first time tonight, and then, like, the main event's just being killed by 3 commercials, picture-in-picture bullshit.
How many casuals decide during that commercial, yo, switch over to the Nick game real quick, see what the story is. And they don't switch back, or they, put to this real quick, and that, you know.
They lose interest.
Yeah,
you have a chance to make a new fan, and then you kill it with that. I agree. The main event should always be commercial fucking free. Throw your commercials around for the shit that we don't want to see.
Especially a match like that.
How about that moonsault from Sammy? Sammy, honestly, to me, was looking crisp tonight. He had like 1 or 2 slight missteps, but he always makes up for it like he always does. He ends up getting tapped out, but he's not even able to tap out because he passes out. Ref just checks on him, taps his head. He's fucking done. Ref calls the match. I thought the good spot was him doing the lion tamer, like the legit lion tamer where he's digging the knee into the back of Bryan Danielson. That was a nice shot. I'm sure Sammy's going to frame that and put that in his house.
I think the best spot was when Bryan was coming from the top and he hit the flying knee on him.
I also like the counter from the cutter off the springboard cutter, and Bryan caught the arm. They made that look pretty fucking good too. And then you got to give Bryan Danielson credit for really extending that arm on the final submission and, basically making it impossible for this kid to tap out. Even Taz was like, oh my God, he's going to have to use his shoulder to tap out. Like, it looked pretty good. It looked convincing at least. And
can we just say one thing that
of course
Excalibur said after the match that Guerrero submitted Danielson? Did anybody catch that?
Guerrero submitted. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, he basically
he just shit the whole fucking bed.
Yeah,
basically shit the whole fucking bed. Okay,
pretty much. Go watch it back.
Well, anyway, folks, that has been AEW Dynamite. We're wrestling with Savage, but real quick, I'm going to tell you about the contest we're having at the Prudential Center. I believe it's going to be around 6 to 7 p.m. I'm going to send out a picture on our Instagram page with a clue of where I am with a giant Dave LaGreca head. Maybe 2 of them. And I'm also going to bring a sealed figure, an autographed sealed figure. So, there's going to be 2 prizes. One is going to be a figure that somebody can come get for free just by coming up to me and saying, Wrestling with Savage. That's all you got to do. Just come up to me, say Wrestling with Savage, show me that you follow me, figure's yours. The next prize will be the Dave LaGreca head, which may or may not be signed by Dave LaGreca. I'm going to tell him this idea on the show that I want to do a contest, giving out some free LaGreca heads. I'll probably bring 2 of them. Maybe Gilch will bring 1 too. Maybe Dave, you can come meet us before the show, sign them. And then the first 3 people that come up to me, first 2 people that come up to me and just yell, "Bust it open!" they get the Dave LaGreca head for free. They go into the show. and they're going to be representing Dave LaGreca and the Busted Open Nation, just like I will, just like Gilch will, and I like it. I think it's a good idea. Get us some new fucking fans and get more people to join the Busted Open Nation. Now, if you want to join the Busted Open Nation, not complicated. Go to Facebook, join the Busted Open Nation. It's the official Facebook page for the Busted Open radio show. I am one of the admins there. I will welcome you in with open arms. Just be cool, have fun, and have a good time just like we do on this show at Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And become a member of the Busted Open Savage chapter by joining the Discord, which you can find the link on our website, wrestlingwithsavage.com. You can find all our links there. Follow me on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Discord, all that shit. This is Gilch. Follow him on Instagram. His link is on the website. This is Jay, all over Jay, at all over Jay. His link is also on the website. And this is Anthony, who's joining us for the very first time. And maybe we'll have him back. Maybe he'll want to come back. Maybe he hated this. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a great time. I had a great time. Everybody usually does when we do some wrestling with Savage. And now we're fucking out. Shout out to my cousin Crittext for the intro song. We still appreciate everything you did. Everybody, have a good night, and God bless.
Listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Kudos to everybody.
Thank you for having me.
This is Wrestling with Savage.
Oh, thanks for coming.
This is Wrestling with Savage.
I need to do this. I need to talk wrestling with people because I have no friends that like wrestling.
Yeah, trust. I know that feeling too.
I think George just tried his resume.
People looking
I have like
crazy.
maybe one or two.
Dude, before I met these guys, I would buy a pair of tickets and like just like beg somebody to come with me.
Of course.
Now you hold on.
Right?
Who do I take to the show? Who do I take?
Anthony, have you been to any creative pros events out there?
No,
I'm trying to give these two W's.
I follow that page. I got to find my way around.
Yeah, they have good